Hello. If you're there, say hi. Hi, Amber. Hi, Adun. Adun, is that correct? Designate. Hi, Designate. Hi, Keisha. Come on in. Hi, Taylor. Hi, Candace. Hello, Mandy. So glad you guys took time out of your Friday evening to be here. It's going to be a good conversation. I'm excited. Gia. Hi, Gia. Hi, Renee. Hi, Augusta. Oh, the topic for today, Keisha, is making money on YouTube. Hello, Megan. Hey, Monica. Hi, Sierra. So I'm going to start by asking, tell me, let me figure out who I'm talking to. Hi, Janine. If we have a small group, that is perfectly okay because we can, then you can ask as many questions as you want within our time frame. I'm going to go for about an hour. But I want to ask you if you have a YouTube channel or you are planning on starting a YouTube channel, how many people comment if you are interested in making money with your YouTube channel? Say yes or no. It's okay if you're not. Still might be an interesting topic. And then I guess I'm going to ask another question. If you are in the room and you're already on YouTube and you've been on YouTube for a while, are you currently making money on your YouTube from your YouTube channel? Hey, Megan is interested. Yes, yes. Amber, yes. Michelle, yes. Yes, yes, I am. So I wanted to have this conversation about money on YouTube because I talked to a lot of people. In the past year, I've talked to friends, family members, and just people in the YouTube community who've reached out to me because they know that I've helped Raven to try to help them with their YouTube channel. So I've talked to dozens of people, and they give me their idea, and they run their idea, their YouTube channel idea by me, and then I'll ask them, what's the purpose of this besides just wanting to share their content? Inevitably they'll say, because I want to make it a job or I want to make money. And then I ask, okay, so how do you plan on doing that? And the only question I have consistently gotten is through ads. Hey, Keisha, you make money? Is it Sade or Sadie? Sade says, not much. Yes. Hi, Nika. So who knows besides AdSense, besides your AdSense revenue, what are the different ways that you can make money on YouTube? Does anybody want to take a stab at it? Chardon. Michelle, no, you're not making any money? So Taylor says, Augusta says sponsorships, and Taylor says sponsorships and affiliates sponsored. That is true, but that's not the only way. So I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch the video I posted on the page from YouTuber Graham Stephan, who was very transparent about the money he's made on his YouTube channel that he started in 2017. That wasn't that long ago. Sponsorships, views, affiliate marketing, collabs, merch, that's good. CPM, no money yet. Through advertising your other services, that's I was gonna say, speaking the bucks into existence. Yeah, we want to do that too. But Graham Stephan is a real estate investor and a realtor. He's in his 20s, or maybe he just turned 30, but he was a millionaire by the time he was 20 something in his own right. And then he started making YouTube videos about real estate investing. He makes videos about, like which credit card you should have to save money. He's kind of frugal, believes in saving money, believes in investing. So he shared how much he was able to grow his channel in 3 years to over a million subscribers, and that is not impossible. It's not far-fetched. And he explained, I'm gonna just skip to the end. He made $29,000 from YouTube the first year, and he worked nights. He stayed up late editing videos. He was consistently posting 3 videos a week. By the end of that first year, he'd made $29-something thousand, which, I'd probably be happy with that from a side hustle. The next year he made more, but this past year he's made $1.9 million from YouTube. His AdSense checks are outrageous. I know they're outrageous because I know what Raven's AdSense checks are with 1 million followers, and it ain't that. It's good, but it's not that. He made $170 million. $170,000. Let me get my number straight. $170,000 in 1 month from his AdSense. And that is mainly because A, he puts out a lot of content, he has a lot of watch time, but B, he's in a niche that advertisers pay dearly for. And he made this income through almost all of the different avenues that you can make on YouTube. So he's got his AdSense revenue. Then he's got some sponsored video revenue. Then he's got some affiliate link revenue. Then he's got his own product revenue. So between all those different revenue streams, he made $1.9 million. Keisha, you got to start somewhere. That's right. $200 a month is nothing to sneeze at. You can grow that into something more. But so what I want to do in this video is or this live rather, is talk about, go into detail on what each stream of income is, and then answer any questions you may have about that particular way to make money. So first is AdSense revenue. I think we talked about this in another live, and I know a lot of you were in there. AdSense. Once you get monetized on YouTube, if there's any newcomers in here that don't know, when you get monetized on YouTube, you can place ads in your videos. And when those ads are sold, you get a percentage. I think before I said I didn't know how much, because I really didn't, but I did find out that YouTube gives 68% of the ad revenue to the creators. How that ad revenue is calculated is through something called CPM, or cost per mil. So advertisers bid on how much they're willing to pay per click on your ads, or even per view to be seen. And that can range from anywhere from just a few cents per 1,000 views, or $20 per 1,000 views, sometimes more. I saw one today where it was $100 and something per 1,000 views. That's a really high, and that's really unusual. So his name is Graham Stephan, Stephan, and the link to the video is on my main Tony Tanner Scott Facebook page. Really, was it 55%? I may be wrong. I saw 68% somewhere today, and it was from like 2019, but I may be wrong, but there's a percentage. In any case, when you can get monetized is after you have at least 1,000 subscribers and you have 4,000 hours of watch time on your channel. At that point, then you can apply for monetization. There's been some talk going around about how long it takes YouTube to get back to you. I've heard it can take a week, a couple of weeks, even a few months for them to get back with you and say, I guess it depends on their workload, that you are now monetized. So, Destiny, how do you check what your CPM is? So the CPM will vary on your channel by the video. If you go to your analytics and you look for revenue and you click on more info with your highest performing video, you just click, there's a part that says your highest performing videos. You click on that and you'll see a column that says CPM. I know that ours kind of ranges from $4 and something per up to sometimes $12 and $14 for a few videos per CPM. So what that means that after you've got your 4,000 hours of watch time, then YouTube will start paying you. But I think there's a threshold of $100. You have to earn at least $100 before they pay you out. And if your channel is brand new, that could take a while. So a lot of people don't monetize their channel, don't apply for monetization when they're very small, because they're like, it's just a few cents. I mean, why should I even bother with that? But recently I've heard that you should probably go ahead and monetize your channel anyway, and run ads on your videos, because YouTube may favor, this is a rumor, YouTube may favor those videos that are monetized. And think about it, if you were a business, would you want to promote a video that's making you money, or would you just want to promote a video that's not making you money? My channel is mobilized, but how many views do you need on a video before you actually see a profit? That is very hard to calculate. There are tons of videos out there that creators have made telling how much YouTube paid me for this, how much YouTube paid me for 1 million views by the time you get to 1 million views, how much YouTube paid me for 5 million views. Yes, I will save it, Tina. They will always be saved on my Facebook page. So if someone is saying to me that they want to be on YouTube because they want to make money, and they're thinking that their main way of making money is through AdSense, I say, I hope you're patient, because it can take a while. You have to have a decent amount of subscribers and a decent amount of watch time for you to be seeing a check that's like $1,000 a month. And I would say that you might need to be you might need to be having 500,000 minutes, 500,000 views, because that's kind of another way to measure it, to see that kind of money. It's going to take you a while. Some people know that it's going to take a while, but some people really don't know that you're going to have to create a lot of content. You're going to have to get a lot of watch time for that AdSense money to make a difference in your pocketbook. So if you want to know, like for instance, if you are a creator and you have a certain amount of subscribers, and maybe you have a goal, like there's a subscriber, a creator that you admire, or she's in your same niche, he or she is in your same niche, and you're like, man, I want to get to her level. Maybe she has 50,000 subscribers, maybe she has 100,000 subscribers, maybe she has 200,000. Go on socialblade.com and type in that creator's name, and you can see a range. I'll put it in the link. You can see a range of what that particular creator is making. Now, it's going to be from the range that's going to show up in Social Blade, because Social Blade doesn't know really what their actual CPM is. It's going to be from very low to very high. You would be safe in assuming that number is somewhere in the middle for some creators. For some creators, it's towards the upper end, closer to the upper end. For some creators in the high CPM niches, theirs is more than what Social Blade says it is. So I don't know what's going on here. So that's what I have to say about AdSense. Does anybody have any questions about AdSense and monetization before I move on to the next thing? Try not to shut my window down. Okay. No questions about AdSense? All right. Well, yes, we're going to discuss sponsorships next. If y'all ready to move on and there's no questions about AdSense, and even if you want to come back to AdSense, you can. The next way, now first of all, you never want to base your YouTube business on one stream of income like AdSense, because it can be taken away at any moment. YouTube changes their rules all the time. They change, who's getting paid, just like right now, the children's creators, their money is on the line. Those channels have been huge and been doing great for years, and now they may, it may not be a good way to make money through ads. So the next way is sponsored videos. Sponsored video is when a brand pays a YouTuber, a creator, to mention or make a dedicated video about their service or product. I guess you could call it a sponsorship if somebody gives you something free, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when money exchanges hands. Cost per mil. I'm sorry, I didn't see that video. Clicks per million views. No, it's it's views. It's per 1,000 views. Per 1,000 views. It's based on so if your CPM is $2, then you're going to make $2 every 1,000 views, meaning not views in that video, but every time if they watch long enough to see the ad. No, you can't set up AdSense immediately because you're not, I don't know, maybe you can and not be monetized. Yeah, cost per 1,000. So brands pay YouTubers. What do they pay them? That is a large range. A lot of brands, and I think we talked about this in the last video, a lot of brands kind of approach paying creators by the number of subscribers they have, and that may not be the best thing for them. But that's still kind of a baseline for how brands tend to look at what they have in their budget for what influencer. A good ballpark is a minimum of $1,000 for every 100,000 subscribers, a minimum. So that can go up to $5,000 for every 100,000 subscribers, depending on the product, depending on your market, depending on your engagement. So that if you have let's just say, use the round figure of 100,000 subscribers. If you have 100,000 subscribers, it would not be outrageous for you to ask for $1,000 for a sponsored video. It would not be outrageous for you to ask for $2,000. In fact, you can ask for what you want, because what I found out is that everything is negotiable. When I was managing Raven's sponsorships, brands would approach her and they say, "This is our budget, do you want to do it or not?" And I would say, okay. I would never go back and ask for more money. Now that she has a talent agent, that talent agent sets the bar really high, and then she always goes and asks if they have room in their budget for more. And you would think that they would say, "Oh, never mind, we just don't want to work with her." But you know what? They agree to it. And the reason why you shouldn't feel bad about accepting this money from a brand is because they make you work for it. It looks like it's just, a little simple thing, but they make you work for that money. When you work with a brand, you have contracts. You have to review their creative brief. You have statement of work. You have certain deadlines they want you to meet. A deadline for when you need to give them your concept for how you're going to integrate their product. A deadline for when you're going to submit the video to them, because more than likely they're going to want to approve it. A deadline for when you're going to get those edits back to them. A deadline for when you're going to post. And sometimes, often, they want you to turn off monetization on that video because they don't want any conflicting ads running while you're talking about their product. I wish I could give you, let me go up a little bit. Should you ask for money if a brand reaches out to you and you are a very small YouTuber? Yes, ask for it. They may not give it to you. Absolutely ask for it. Even if it's like, because what you're talking about as a very small YouTuber, there's different levels of creators, period, on social media. There's the micro creator, and then there is all the way up to the major creator. I know it's not even what it's called something else. But micro creators have a very small, but sometimes they have a very engaged audience. So absolutely brands should pay. They will try to get you to do sponsored videos for just product. And there's nothing wrong with starting out like that. That's how Raven started out. They gave her free stuff and she talked about it because she wanted content and she also wanted the products. But after a while, when you are benefiting that brand by sending people to them, then they need to pay. So even if it's just $100 or $200, absolutely ask. And no, we can't get a mock-up contract to a better understanding of sponsorship contracts, Tina, because they're all different. There are contracts. Contract I got today was 9 pages long. I've had contracts that are 22 pages long. And then they attach a 22-page creative brief telling you how they want you to show their product, what they want you to say about their product. There are talking points. There are mandatory things that you have to say. Sometimes they don't want other brands in the video, so you have to make sure that you're not standing in front of your KitchenAid refrigerator or your child's lunchbox doesn't have SpongeBob on it. So it's a lot. Okay, you tell me the audience said they probably were. So that's another thing. Keisha says she has a sponsor who wanted to pay, but wanted you to tell your audience that their product works. And you're just like, yes, unless it works, I won't say that. So absolutely. Never well, I would recommend that you don't work with sponsors on a product that you don't believe in. And that's just a rule of thumb that we work with. If it's not something that she has already tried, or that they sent her and she tries, well, that she has already tried, or that she is interested in trying. And it's better yet if they send it to her and let her try it out if it's something brand new. Now, right now, she doesn't really work with brands that aren't household names. So anything probably she's worked with, she already is familiar with, like certain, hair and makeup brands, certain like Vaseline or whatever. Everybody's tried Vaseline, that the product works. But you should, and it becomes harder as you start to grow. And you're going to have brands reaching out to you in your inbox and wanting to throw money at you and wanting to say, please, please, please work with me because you have a certain amount of followers. So you have to, get to the point where you're like, no, that's not, we say this all the time to people in Raven's inbox, that's not a good fit for her brand. No, she doesn't use flat tummy tea. No, she doesn't, work with any fitness brands. For weight loss, she weighs 100 pounds dripping wet. Or, I've never heard of this product and it's not proven. So I don't really want to, it's not well known. So I don't really want to put my name on the line. So to know which contracts to accept or not, you've really just got to read through them carefully and see exactly what they're asking of you. And sometimes you'll notice some red flags. And if you notice a red flag and you push back on it, it's hard sometimes because you'll want to accept that income. But it's like, this is going to be, we've had some sponsorships that were a pain in the ass and really ended up being not worth the money. So it's going to be a matter of gaining experience through just working with people. I wish I could have you avoid ever working with a brand that's, that's not going to turn out well for you, but sometimes you just have to go through it and just have to experience it. And then you understand next time, and sometimes the language in the contracts are too much. In fact, there's still some terms that I have a hard time understanding, and I have to ask Raven's talent manager. She's the one that does the contracts right now. Now, what does that mean again? Because there is a term called whitelisting or exclusivity. Okay, wait, I understand exclusivity, but you have to look carefully at that because that brand can say there's an exclusivity contract for 12 months, and that means that you can't work with any brands that have to do, this is a shampoo, and you can't work with any brands that have shampoo for 12 months. And you're like, I'm not going to do that. So those things are negotiable also to say, okay, I can do this content, but I'm not giving you that exclusivity clause for a year. I'll give it to you for 2 months or 6 months. There was a huge brand deal, a huge major company that approached Raven last year, in the middle of last year. And they were basically going to just fly her whole house out with anything she wanted. But she couldn't work with any brands that sold furniture for the rest of the year. So that meant that she couldn't, it's not that she couldn't even work with them, she couldn't talk about them. So if she had accepted that deal, she couldn't say, hey guys, I'm going to Target and I'm looking for, a lamp for Zaya's room. That's how restrictive it was. And it was really hard to walk away from that. But there was just, they wouldn't budge on that exclusivity. So typically, Nika, it is not, Tiffany, experience is the best teacher. And I'm going to get to you, Nika, but I just want to scroll up. They pay lots of times, Jaquana, through your PayPal account. Sometimes they will send you a check. Most of the time you will have to send them an invoice. We use QuickBooks invoicing also because you need to keep track of that for your own purposes, for taxes and everything. Most of the time you'll do a sponsored video, you'll sign the contract, you'll do the sponsored video, and once the video is up, you send them an invoice, and the invoice is typically like a 30-day payment. Sometimes it's 60 days. And then they'll pay you either through direct deposit into your bank account, they'll send you a check, or they can pay you through PayPal. And do I think it's harmful to do sponsorships too soon or too often? Too soon, I don't think there's any such thing as too soon. It's up to you. It's really how you're able to integrate it. For Raven, she tries to integrate her sponsorships very naturally and authentically. And sometimes that can be difficult because the brands want you to say any and everything about their product in one 2-minute clip, and it sounds commercially. So if you ever hear that, it's because that's what they required. And we try to work with them and try to tell them, look, this kind of content, like right now, she doesn't do any kind of dedicated content. If they want dedicated, we don't do it. It's going to have to be rolled authentically into something she's already doing. I'm going to say not any, but maybe very few, maybe 1 or 2 a year that's dedicated to just, hi, I'm going to show you how to use this mascara, and that's all this video is going to be about, is this mascara. So you have to fight to make it authentic to your channel. If you make it authentic to your channel, and you're putting out, if you're putting out 8 to 12 pieces of content a month, and 4 of those are naturally, authentically integrated sponsorships, then I don't think that's too much. But you're going to have to listen to your audience to have them tell you, what they feel about how you're doing the sponsorships. You can kind of ease into it. And at first, really, you're not going to be getting sponsored requests back to back to back. They're probably going to be few and far between, and then you'll work your way up. And we've reached out to brands that we don't have a whole lot of experience with that. Most brands have reached out to Raven, and they started reaching out to her once she had 100,000 subscribers, about that much, maybe even 50. They started reaching out to her. She did have some brands that she wanted to work with, say with her home decor. And so we had the brand manager reach out because, they have contacts within the industry, and none of that worked out. Even reaching out to like certain hair brands, like her curly hair videos do very well, especially Zaya's. They get millions of views. And so she likes doing them, and she always wants to do an updated hair routine for Zaya. So I was like, okay, well, this would be a good type of video for a children's oriented hair product. And you reach out to them, even if they have reached out to you before and you have the person's contact information, they don't reach out. So we haven't had a whole lot of luck reaching out, but I wouldn't discourage it. I would definitely try. If you're reaching out, you need to make and I didn't have this on my list, but I want to talk about a media kit. And so maybe that is something that I can share, like a sample media kit. If you're reaching out to brands, or if you're responding to brands, what I used to do when brands reached out to Raven, I would say, they say, are you interested in working on this project? I say, yes, thanks for reaching out. We're interested in working. Here's her media kit. Because I wouldn't even ask them what the budget is or anything. And on her media kit, I had pricing for each thing that, I don't know where we got that pricing for. I just pulled it out of the air, really. We just kept experimenting with different pricing. And then they would come back and give me their budget, and whatever their budget was, I would say, okay. But that's not how we do it now. When brands reach out to Raven, I turn it over to the talent agent. Talent agent says, "Hey, okay, well, what kind of content are you looking for? Are you looking for exclusivity? Are you looking for these terms, that terms? Oh, if you're looking for something like this, then she will give them a price based on what she knows about the brand, what they probably can afford, and what Raven should be getting paid at her with her level of views on her videos. And then they'll come back and say, yes, no, or can you negotiate this and that and the other. So she doesn't send. I'm on it. I don't know why Siri is talking to me. I didn't say nothing to Siri. She does not send any prices up front. She listens to them and says, what are you looking for? And I think that's a good idea. I would follow that model. If I was just, a creator on my own dealing with sponsors, I would say, what is exactly that you're looking for? Are you looking for a YouTube video? Are you looking for some, because most of the time they want like YouTube plus Instagram or YouTube plus Facebook or Twitter or some kind of social post. What are you looking for? And then I would tell them what my price is and then see what they say coming back. And if you're wondering what, so our media kit back in the day, like before we started working with the talent agent, I would put how many views she, like what her topics were, motherhood, beauty, fashion. I would put how many subscribers she had, how many followers she had on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. But if you go to Social Blue Book, if you are a creator that's already got some movement on YouTube and you've got subscribers and you've got views in your videos, you can go to socialbluebook.com, sign up. I see what they're trying to charge too. It used to be free forever, but they're only letting you check like one platform, and then after that you have to pay. It's not that much, but go to Social Blue Book, and it will connect to your YouTube account and or your Instagram account, and it will tell you how much you should be asking for, ballpark, again, a range, for a dedicated video, a shout out, Instagram post, an Instagram story, an Instagram video, and you will see what you should be charging. And then you should check that frequently, because as your engagement goes up, what you can charge goes up. Not your engagement, your views go up. So for instance, what they recommended Raven charge when she was getting an average of 100,000 views per video is different from now, from what when she consistently can get 300,000 views on a video, or an average over a month. So Shaylin asks, let me just make sure. Media kit, great. Girl, Tina, I'm not doing no Cricut video. I barely know how to use Cricut myself. I know about YouTube. Sponsored videos. All right, I think that's it. So pricing, yes, socialbluebook.com. I put the link in there in the comments. So someone is asking, how do I make money as a small YouTuber? Somebody said affiliate links. So that is the next thing I want to talk about, is affiliate income. Affiliate income is when you place a link in your description box of your YouTube video, and it links to an affiliate account that you might have with, say, Amazon. Amazon is really easy to set up, but they pay miserably, pennies on the dollar, but a few pennies is better than no pennies. But then there is also reward style and shop style. I know for reward style, they need to kind of review your channel. So you can't just be like, I just started YouTube and I want a reward style. You got to have something going on. I don't know what their requirements are, but it took Raven it took a few weeks for them to get back, maybe a week for them to get back with her and approve her an account. So with the reward style, you can link to several different, and shop style too, several different retail sites. You can go Nordstrom, Target, Home Depot. I mean, I guess Home Depot, but I do know Target and Nordstrom and a lot of major places, even Etsy. And so if you mention something in your video, like even your makeup's on there. These are the makeups I use. You can grab these affiliate links and then you'll get paid a percentage if people buy that stuff. And affiliate income has not worked out that great for Raven. With as many followers as she has and as many views as she has on her videos, that money is, but it depends on what type of affiliate links you have. So if it's like, for me, for instance, if I have a channel about growing on YouTube and one of the frequently asked questions is, what kind of camera do you use? What kind of lights do you use? What kind of mic do you use? Well, if I was to put that link to my camera and lights and computer or whatever else in my YouTube description, then that's a bigger chunk of money, because what's the name of the store? Zara, pants are $22. It's not $22, but it's a small amount. So, what's 2% of $22? It's not that much, but a camera is $1,000. So, I don't need to, that's going to be more money coming in. Also, can you talk about the 4,000 hours needed to monetize? It was over a lifetime, it's a year. Yeah, we already talked about that, and that is true. It is 4,000 hours within 1 year, because I'm gonna tell you, I had a YouTube channel. The same channel as my same channel I've had for years and years. But I used to make YouTube videos, and I was monetized. And for a while, I was getting, like $100 a month from my videos. And then I stopped posting, so it went down to nothing. And then when YouTube came up with this monetization rule, they contacted me and said, hey, you're going to be demonetized by X date if you don't have 4,000 hours worth of watch time by this time. And I wasn't making or planning on making YouTube videos, so I got demonetized. It's like they told me at some point in the year, the rest of this year get to 4,000 watch time, or you're going to be demonetized and you're going to have to ask to be monetized again. So that's where I am right now, being demonetized. I love your questions about thumbnails and about 3 main tips for a successful YouTube channel, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're only talking about money, because I easily get off track, and we only have 15 minutes left, and I want to get to the other stuff. So besides the affiliate links can work depending on the cost of the item that you're linking to. If you're linking to lipstick, I already know it ain't gonna happen. If you link into a cheap item you can get at Target, most of the time people aren't gonna link to that affiliate. They're gonna click on that affiliate link. They're going to just go to Target and see if they can find it. So what I'm saying about affiliate links, it's not worthless, but be careful what you're linking to. Also, you can have an affiliate relationship with a company that's not through these 3 platforms. If there's a company that you're working with and maybe they can't afford to pay you for your sponsored video, then ask them if you can have an affiliate relationship with them to promote. That means that they would set something up on their end, and Raven has done some of these, and those have been more lucrative, to set something up on their end where they pay you a percentage if someone comes to their site and buys their product or program or something like that. So the very last thing I want to talk about is your own products and services. That's something that more and more YouTubers should do. And this may be speaking to those people that are in the business YouTube group, group, because imagine if you are a creator with 500,000 subscribers and a company is willing to pay you $10,000 to promote their own product, then that must mean that they are going to be making a lot of money off of you by promoting that product. So why not promote your own product? What that is, I don't know. But if you could come up with your own product, even if it's something off of unique that you found on, Alibaba, and it's, you talk about, I don't know, lashes on your site and makeup, and you have your own lipstick and lashes that you sell, you're going to you can make a lot of money that way. And so then there are people who are on YouTube who have their own businesses, and they're selling their services, they're selling their consulting, they're selling, do you have a skill that you can consult with someone about? Can you coach someone on something? Can you write an ebook about how to do a particular thing? Can you make a training video about how to knit a scarf? Whatever you can think of, try to think outside the box. And this is something that I'm speaking on, but it's something that we really haven't done. We've tried merch. That was a big headache and not worth the money. When you have merch like a t-shirt, you're selling a t-shirt for $30. By the time you pay to get the t-shirt made and you want it to be high quality, you're only, you're paying $20 for a t-shirt, selling it for $30. That means you're making $10 off of each t-shirt. You have to sell a bunch of t-shirts in order to make money. And I do know there's some YouTubers out there whose merch is super cute and everybody's got to have it, and they can make, $2,000 to $5,000 a month. That has not been the case for us. When Raven came out with her Shambles merch, we have a run on it. We're like shipping like crazy for 2 or 3 days or weeks, and then it's like, boom, it goes down. But also, if you have something to sell, it's your responsibility to constantly promote it. And she didn't. It's your responsibility to always have your gear on, to always be saying, did you get your gimme cap? Did you get your lashes? It's your responsibility to sell that product. So that is one way that people can make money on YouTube, is by using your audience to promote a product that they're interested in, because they are a targeted audience. That's if you have a targeted audience. And then the final way is through like memberships, and YouTube has it so you can set up a membership. No paid reach. I don't know if it's effective. We have never taken that route. I think it's a little risky. I think you have to really know what you're doing to pay to promote your videos, but I wouldn't rule it out. So you could have a membership site on your YouTube membership. I belong to one. I think I mentioned it in my previous video. I belong to Tim Schmoyer's Video Creators, and he sends emails and videos that he doesn't post on YouTube. It's $4.99 a month. I don't even miss that. Most people wouldn't miss $5 a month. But just think, if you had something valuable that you could share outside of YouTube to a select group of people who felt like they were in your private club, and you charge them $5.99 a month to belong to this. Now, of course, you'd have to do the work, and you'd have to be sure and put out whatever content it is. If you had 1,000 true fan subscribers, then you would make $5,000 a month. Even if you only had 100, that's $500 a month, which is better than nothing. And I guess that kind of goes along with Patreon. And I think Patreon is kind of like, I've never participated in Patreon, but I guess it's kind of like you're giving me money because you're just supporting me. But with a membership on your channel, and you can have a button right there, you know, join my whatever, where I share this super valuable behind the scenes. Nobody else gets to see this. I'm not posting this to YouTube videos. People like that. And it's just drafted out of their account month after month after month. You grow your audience. Okay, now you've got 2,000 people who are members on your site, on your channel. So now you're making $10,000 a month. I don't think it's anything to sneeze at. So we're getting close. Oh my gosh, time goes so fast. Let me see if I missed any other questions about money, making money. Does anybody think of something that I didn't go into deep enough, or you had an additional question on? The bottom line is, I started out talking about Graham Stevens' video, is that yes, he made a lot of money from YouTube AdSense, but he also made a lot of money from affiliate links because he was linking to more expensive products. And he also made money from selling his own products. He has a product called YouTube Creator something. How to get your first 100 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers. I don't know how much he charges for it, but people buy it. He also has a course on investing for real estate. So typically courses are several $100s, at least $100, $99, $6.99. I just paid for one that was $9.99, so $999. But it's super valuable, and people will invest in learning something that's going to help them succeed in life or in business. So if you have some skills, if you know how to teach someone to, to draw, to do hair, to math, do algebra, how to work their camera, what are you talented in that you can charge for? Because that's actually a really good way to leverage your audience to make money on YouTube. Any other questions? You've always had products, Mandy said, but she needs to build an audience. Well, the way you build an audience, Mandy, is to create content. If I ask this question, I'm gonna close with this question. Would you buckle down? There I go with the table. Would you buckle down, spend your spare time leveling up your filming and editing skills, and spend your spare evenings posting videos, posting good quality content 3 times a week, if it meant that you even had the slightest chance of earning $1 million in a year within 3 years? Would you do it? I'd do it for a whole lot less, I tell you that. I am doing it for a whole lot less. Are you able to make money without any niche? It's not about making money without a niche, it's can you grow without a niche? Can you grow without a niche? And it's just a little bit harder, but not impossible. So yes, I would do it. So get yourself going. I'm struggling with hearing people say, I'm having a hard time being consistent. Why? Plan your time. Maybe that's what it is. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Why? And maybe we'll talk about consistency in the next live, and maybe we can give you some tips on now, I'd rather put in overtime for my content for my job. Yes, leave that job. Leave Real Housewives. Leave, I'm talking about myself. Married at First Sight. Leave Instagram and spend time working on your content, being consistent, fine-tuning it, leveling it up, fine-tuning it, leveling it up, growing your yes, I said 3 videos a week. I mean, that's just time blocking is great. Consistency. Full-time jobs take up so much time, but you have weekends, you have after work. Yeah, med school is kind of tough. Ew, I don't know. I maybe wait till you get out of med school, but then you're gonna be a doctor. So, do I think an art channel? Somebody said is art channel a niche or DIY? It don't. Neither one is better. A niche and DIY is a niche. Neither one is better. What are you good at? What do you think that you can make fabulous content about? Is it DIY or art? That's what's going to be better. Okay, Marquita, you have to, no, don't, listen. I don't know about y'all, because in my age bracket, this makeup is the same makeup I wear on camera, and it takes me 5 minutes. If it means that if I have to spend, if you're a beauty influencer, maybe so. But if you're not a beauty influencer, don't nobody care how you look. If you have made some headway into YouTube, if you are, and I don't know if I have any of these people in the group right now who are, getting to where they can make a considerable amount of money, not considerable, like if you're making $1,000, $1,500 from YouTube right now, and say you don't have to live off of that money, I would invest that money in hiring an editor that would allow me to put out more content. Is it better to post a bunch of things to be consistent or try to focus? Well, I don't really understand that question. You want to imagine, you want to write down, you want to collect your ideas on your focused content that is hopefully in a niche. If you are brand new, and I heard this today, and I'm like, okay, I preach niches all the time, but I'll go for this. If you don't have a niche, you can't figure out your niche, or you're not sure which niche, and you're interested in a lot of different things, then by all means, and you're just getting started, post a bunch of different stuff. But in order to grow and to move forward, it's going to be hard because people subscribe to you for a certain thing. And if people are subscribing to you for your beauty videos, and then here comes a cleaning video, after you get to a certain level, people care less about what you're posting about because they're just there for you. But until people know who you are, and you got to put in the work for that. They're like, I subscribed to this girl because she was doing beauty, and now she put up a cleaning video. So if you need to post full-time job, running a farm, 3 children, 3 grands, 3 jobs, and I find the time, go ahead, Clarenda. That's what I'm talking about. Me too. Y'all don't know my other job for Raven Lease. I work a full-time job there, and I'm doing this too. So you can, you got to have the want to. If you want to, you can do it. Because in the meantime, other people are going to leave you behind. They're just going to go right past you. It is possible. There are tons of people who, through hard work, have gotten to 100,000 subscribers in a year. There's tons of people who've gotten, through hard work, to 1 million subscribers in 3 years. And we all have the same 24 hours. So that's why I wanted to have this, and I'm going to close it down, but I wanted to have this live about money because I want you to know, by looking at Graham Stevens' example, because that's just one, because most YouTubers don't talk about what they make, that there is a possibility to be wildly successful, wildly financially successful on this platform. And I want more of us to have that type of success. But you have got to be willing to put some thought into it and to work on it. And so that's it. That's right. If you post a bunch of things, you see which content gets the most views, what people like, and then you kind of, niche into that. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions? I'm going to see if there's one more question, then I'm going to close it down. Cool. Questions? No. Thank you. You're welcome, y'all. I hope this was helpful. I'm going to be talking more on and every time I find something that I think this like, oh, this is spot on, you need to watch this, I'm going to post it on my Facebook page. And you can call me Chef Tony. I don't care. I'm going to share it with y'all just like I share it with Raven, just like I share it with family members. And so you can always check in there and see what interesting articles or videos I found related to the YouTube world. And I'll still try to, scroll through and answer y'all's questions. So I'll see y'all in the next live, and I will post this on the page and an excerpt of it on YouTube next week. See you later.